Hi, this is Kirk, the bariatric carnivore. Let's talk for a couple minutes about the indignities of being fat. I mean, when you're fat in the United States, people want to get away from fat shaming. They want to say, have people accepted at any size, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But really, deep down, people kind of look down on people who are fat. But there's some other things that happen when you're fat too that people don't often talk about. So here's some thoughts that you may not think about, but give us a moment to think about. If you're overweight, what are some of the indignities that you put up with on a daily basis? I mean, you have to plan about how in the heck are you going to get your toenails clipped? You think twice if your shoelace is untied. You sweat and you wonder and you worry, who are you going to sit next to on the plane, and do I need a seatbelt extender? There's a lot of little things that keep creeping up in life that make life miserable. You have to worry about what type of chairs you're sitting on and what type of furniture you have in your house. You wear out your bed faster. I remember I've had a couple of cars that sagged dramatically to the right because I was wearing out the shocks. These are problems that go along with being really overweight, and they can be a problem, and they can be solved. But and the way I did it initially was by having bariatric surgery, but that was only part of the journey. The other part was learning how to eat right, which eventually led to a ketogenic diet, followed by going more carnivore. And each step in my health journey, I've gotten stronger and off more medications, and frankly feel better. When I began this journey, really when I was 50 years old, I was miserable. I'm on 10 medications every single day. My blood pressure was out of control, and frankly I was wondering about how much longer I was going to live. That didn't get me though. What got me was the other part of this. One of the things I was developing was type 2 diabetes, and it was manifesting in my eye, and I was developing macular degeneration. So there's a very good chance that I was going to end up being blind, or for the most part, not technically blind, but not able to see, not able to drive. Unless they injected stuff in the back of my eyes, and frankly, the idea of having needles in the back of my eyes was enough to scare me into losing weight. The heart attack or stroke didn't get me as much as the idea of needles in the eyes. And these are some of the problems that go along with being fat. You don't have to. There are ways of overcoming it. You do not have to be a prisoner to being the way you are now. If I can switch around from being, from a 307-pound guy and who's only 5'10" tall, to somebody who's now under 200 pounds, stronger than he's ever been, and 60. In 10 years, I've lost over 100 pounds, gotten stronger and healthier, and out of the medical system. It's possible for you too. But it's going to take a little bit of work. You're going to have to change some of your attitudes toward food, but probably more importantly, you just got to change what you eat and to quit eating the hyper processed food that is so cheap and so readily available everywhere today. It takes a little bit of planning, but it's well worth it. So make a list. Put in the comment field below. If you're overweight, what are some of the indignities that you feel because you're overweight? Could be in personal relationships. It's difficult to attract mates when you're overweight. It kills your self-confidence. Please let me know, in the comment field below, what has been your top concern when it comes to being overweight. And if you've lost the weight, please encourage other people to make the change too, because it works. And it can really change your life, and it can get you out of a medical system that desperately loves to have good customers. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We try to put out a new video every single day where we talk about not only bariatric surgery, but also keto healthy lifestyle in other areas, and hopefully give people some encouragement to start making the changes they need to make in order to be the healthiest version of themselves possible.